What is up, everybody? Janelle here with my UFC 245 prediction video. And if you like me, you are so excited. It's happening this Saturday from Las Vegas. And the card is so stacked. Please be looking out for my other platforms because I probably will be doing additional picks on the prelims and some renecks here on this main card because these fights are really close. They're really good. And I just can't wait. So be looking out for those other platforms for additional videos. Now, let's get into this. I'm only doing the main card. We have three title fights. So first up, I'm choosing. All this stuff like my eyelashes fell all in my eyes. Okay. First up, I'm choosing Peter Yan to beat Uriah Faber. I am choosing Jose Aldo to win his debut in the bantamweight division. Although someone let me know if this is not his actual debut, but in the bantamweight division against Marlon Moraes. Be looking forward to or looking for me to possibly renege on this one because it really depends on how Jose's weight cut goes, the condition he's in. I might change my mind. He is getting up there to be dropping down. That's hard on the body. So, but for now, choosing Jose Aldo. So we've got three title shots. The first of which we have the UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion, Miss Amanda Lionessa Nunes, also the Women's Featherweight Champion. But this is for her Bantamweight. She's taking on the Iron Lady, Miss Germaine Randamie. Now, I think this is going to be a good fight, you guys. Let's talk about the challenger first. Germaine, she is a kickboxing champion extraordinaire, practitioner. She is undefeated, actually, as a kickboxer. This is one of the few fighters who's actually going to be bigger than Amanda Nunes. We didn't really get to see that much with her Cyborg fight, so we're going to see how she can take actually being hit by someone who I think is going to have possibly equal power to her. Can't quite say more just because of the type of boxer that Amanda is, but as far as the kicks, I do think her kicks will be more powerful. I think she'll have more diversity in her kicks, and I think she'll have more power in her kicks. So with the stand-up, I think Germaine's going to give her a run for her money. So I think that she needs to be first. I think she needs to push the pace. They has like a 2-inch reach advantage with the hands. Same thing with the feet. She fights long as well. So I think she needs to just be first and make Amanda think about doing anything. As far as the speed, let's switch over to the champ here. I think this champ will have faster hand speed for sure. As far as the legs and the kicks, I think that will go to Germaine. As far as body movement, I'm not quite sure. Amanda will have more diversity with her punches. So with her, she's the best traditional boxer in that division, probably all of women's MMA in the UFC, quite frankly. So that's why I say as far as power, we know that power is speed times skill. And because of that, because of her traditional boxing skill, I can't quite say that Germaine is going to have more punching power than Amanda. I think Amanda might still have more punching power than Germaine just due to the type of traditional boxer that she is. However, she does get in trouble on the feet. I think she should lean back on her black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and take it down. She's also an underweight wrestler as well. So I think she has things to fall back on. Maybe get your hands on her, some of that dirty boxing, like make her take your weight and draw her into the later rounds, zap some of that energy. I think she has better cardio. Also, she has more championship experience with the fourth and fifth round. She could turn it up there and possibly get a finish. Either way, the longer the fight goes, I believe it goes in favor of Amanda Nunes. And I am picking Amanda Nunes because this is bigger than Amanda Nunes here. We are going for history here. She's not the first fighter to hold two belts in two different weight classes simultaneously, no. But she's already defended her bantamweight championship, which is why this should have been a featherweight fight, quite frankly, Germaine, since you are big enough to fight at featherweight, Germaine. But after she, excuse me, she can get through this, and her next fight could be at featherweight. She could be the first fighter, period, male or female, to not only hold two belts in two different weight classes simultaneously, but to defend both belts. And we're talking about getting her in the conversation of the GOAT, male or female, not just the best female, but the GOAT, period. We're trying to get a woman into that conversation. So again, this is bigger than just one little title defense here. Picking Amanda Nunes. Now, we're saying co-main event because, I just talked about a championship fight too. So like co-main event, co-main event. And we have my boy, the men's featherweight champion, Mr. Max Blessed Holloway. My boy going against Mr. Alexander the Great Volkanovski. I know how to say your last name, Alexander. I apologize. Alexander the Great Volkanovski. All right. Let's talk about Alexander first. Man, I like Alexander. Man, he is powerful. He's a wrestler first, and he is strong, even stronger than most wrestlers are, who are stronger than most other art forms due to the training style. He's even stronger than that. I think he's fought as high up as middleweight before, so he can throw around men that are 2-3 times his size. Also, even though he's about 5 inches shorter than Max Holloway, he actually has a 2-inch reach advantage with the hands. So crazy long arms there. But due to the fact that Max is a better traditional boxer and he fights longer than Alexander, I feel like they're going to have the same reach advantage because of that, even though his is 2 inches longer. He is at Max has like a 4-inch reach advantage on the legs. But with Alexander being such a great wrestler, that's going to make him, well, we'll see what Max decides to do. I can't really say it's going to make him hesitate because Max is a gangster. Now, Alexander, super strong. Very quick body movement, covers distance very quickly. Once he gets his hands on you, it is hard to get him off of you. He has like a downward snowball hill effect with his momentum. He just simply gets stronger. Being a featherweight, he has high offensive output and has great cardio. So I don't think he's gonna, you can't bank on him getting tired as the fight goes on. He's strong. When he gets his hands on you, he's relentless. He has one-punch knockout power. He has ground and pound. He has great mechanics, can feel your body movement, make the right counter actions with his grappling, with his wrestling. He needs to be first, and he needs to get close to Max, get his hands on him, and keep it there. Dirty boxing. He's a tough one. He's a tough one. Let's get to Max. The champion, Max. So again, Max is actually a 2 reach disadvantage, but because he fights long, I think it's going to actually nullify that. The reach is going to be about equal. He's got a 4-inch reach advantage as far as the legs, and he's going to need to use that. He's going to need to use a traditional boxing skill because I do believe he has more diversity with his hands. He'll have quicker hand speed, but he has cumulative damage. He's not really a power puncher, and Alexander has shown a willingness to take some shots to get in close. So I'm not sure. Max is in trouble, y'all. I think Max is in trouble. If it goes down to the ground, I definitely think that Alexander is going to be physically stronger than Max. And if it goes down to the ground, the wrestling, he could possibly even get manhandled a little bit. He's got great submissions, though. He could use those attempts to nullify the wrestling, make Alexander think, and nullify the ground and pound and use those things to get up and get in better positionings. Think of that nature. He's very smart. Excuse me, I said fight. He's very smart. Max is very smart. He's been in tricky situations before. So I do believe in his ability to make the right decisions and to make the right adjustments throughout the fight. Now, who's going to have the better game plan, the better team, and all of that's going to come into play. The better conditioning. Max, like I said, he's like 5 inches taller, but because of the reach, still at a reach disadvantage. Max is in trouble, y'all. I think Max is in trouble. It's hard to pick someone who has such a winning streak going on in the featherweight division. It's kind of like I need to see it before I believe that Max will actually lose, right? So I'm going to go with Max. But he's in trouble, y'all. Max is in trouble. Okay. Let's move on before I change my mind. All right, main event, and we're having the UFC welterweight champion, Mr. Kamaru Usman, taking on Mr. Covington. Finally. If you've been paying attention, you know I've been waiting for this to happen just so Colby can shut up. So finally, he gets his shot. He is the interim welterweight champion. Let's talk about Colby first. First of all, I'm really going back and forth on this one, kind of like the last one, because they're really equal in skill. They kind of have the exact same skill match. They're really similar in size. Kumara's like an inch taller, reach advantage in the legs and the feet, and that's about it. So Colby's a wrestler first, and he's an excellent wrestler. I mean, and it's not just the fact that he's relentless. He's very strong. He's very powerful. Body movement wise, he covers distance quickly. Once he gets on you, it is hard to get him off of you because he has a great feel for the mechanics, great feel for leverage, momentum, your body movement, making the right counter actions. You think you're going to dip here, he dips there. So he's relentless. If he gets you up against that cage, eventually he's going to get you on the ground, and then he has superb ground and pound. He's got submissions. Again, he is an excellent excellent wrestler. He's got some hands. He also has shown a willingness to take some shots. He's got a good chin. He doesn't mind getting hit in the face to get close to you. So you got to kind of hurry up and get him off of you, which is really hard to do because he's willing to take shots to get close to you. He's kind of crazy in that way. Got a little Mike Perry in him. He's got some hands. He showed a little bit in his last couple of fights, but really he is really a wrestler, not only first, but a wrestler primarily. And he's so good at it that he kind of dares you, okay, stop me. You know what I'm going to do. You know I'm going to try to take you down. Stop me. And most people can't. Actually, not even most. Up until this point, nobody has. Right? It's a little run that he's on right now. So he's going to have to be first. He's going to have to get in close first, get his hands on Kamaru first, be the best with the filling of the leverage, and be the one initiating the offense instead of being on the defense, pressing the pace, moving forward, having the wrestling engagements happen on his terms when he wants to engage. So just be first, right? I think they're similar in strength. Let's go to the champion here. Again, he's an inch taller. Inch on reach advantage on the hands and the feet. He's been working on his boxing a little bit more, his stand-up just a little bit more, but not only is he a wrestler first, he's primarily a wrestler as well. Same kind of critique as Colby Covington. He covers distance quickly. He has a great feel for his opponent's body movements, the leverage, the mechanics. He makes the great right counter movements, and when he gets you down, he's relentless. With the ground and pounding, he has submissions as well. Very powerful. They both have one-punch knockout power, although I would say that Kamaru's been working on his boxing more. So what happens when you have two grapplers, two wrestlers? Oftentimes, you get a sloppy, funky little stand-up fight, right? Sloppy, unskilled stand-up fight between two people who the wrestling and the grappling has canceled each other out. That could happen here. So if that happens here, Kamaru has a 4-inch reach advantage with the hands. And again, I think he's been working on his stand-up a little bit more. So I think that Kamaru would win that fight. But that's if it happens. I don't know. Who's stronger with the wrestling? I don't know. What if Colby comes in and he is a bit stronger than Kamaru? Kamaru's coming off of an injury. Maybe he's a little rusty. Maybe his leg isn't 100%. He can't quite stop those double leg takedowns. And maybe Colby's wrestling is good enough for it not to be a funky little sloppy stand-up fight. I don't know. This is close. Very evenly skilled, and because they have they're so evenly skilled with the same skill set, basically, I think the intangibles matter. The camps, who had the best camps, the conditioning they're in, how do they feel physically, mentally. Again, Kamaru coming off of that injury, who had the better weight cut, how do they look coming in, the game plan from the corners, who can make the adjustments during the fight, can show us something new. All of these intangibles matter more when you have two people who are so evenly matched. So I do think Kamaru is a bit more capable of making adjustments during the fight. I think he's had to in his fights. I think he's fought kind of different competition, both high-level competition. But I think Kamaru has had to make some adjustments and fight a little differently more often. So I'm going to go ahead and lean in favor of the champ. But you guys, this is close. This whole event is close. So those are all my picks. Let me know your picks. Let me know your injury updates. Let me know if anything happens coming up this next week. Hopefully nothing happens, right? Now, I've picked 3 champions to win. I don't know if has that happened before. Have all the champs kept their belts before? Someone let me know. I know they've all lost via George St. Pierre winning, Cody Garbrandt winning, and Randamie Nunes winning. I know that's happened. So let me know if they've all kept their belt. And if someone has to lose, who do I want to lose? Oh, no. Can't be Amanda. Amanda's making history. Can't be Amanda. I love my boy Max, but he's in trouble. And I don't mind Mr. Alexander. And if Colby wins, that's going to make me feel like I did in 2016 in the presidential election. So Max is going to have to be you. Somebody going to lose, Max? It's going to have to be you, Max. I love you, but it's going to have to be you. All right, be looking out for my platforms to see if I do any additional videos, picks every next. And again, this is a great event. I can't wait for it. Let me know your picks, injury updates. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I'm on Snapchat now. Subscribe, like, talk to me. Take care, and goodbye.